I don't think any of you guys can see the countdown clock anyway. I can't either. Small screens, guys. Hey, welcome everyone. It is CCM Live Thursday night. What is up? My name is Marcus, and I am your humble host. Namaste. It's good to see you guys. Hey, listen, the first thing I need you all to do is hit that share button. If you are watching, it means you already know what you're getting into, and that's great. And so you should just hit the button. We do this show 3 times a week. We talk about Christian music. Most of the time we talk with Christian artists and find out what they're up to, find out about their new music. Sarah's got a hot new mixtape about to drop right now. She is a hip hop artist out of Seattle. And it's going to be great to talk about really the hard life you had when you were running weapons in the community. Yeah. Oh, that's not
Seattle,
you.
Canada. Seattle, yeah. Canada.
Seattle, Canada. No.
Yeah.
Everyone, this is my friend Sarah. And if any of you who have been watching me for longer than the past 6 months may know that I had a different show, and Sarah and I did this together. So it's like homecoming. It's awesome.
It really is. It's like a high school reunion, only more awkward.
It's yeah, and it's like High School Musical, basically. Hey, what's
can we
up?
Sing?
Yeah, we're all in this together. Yes. Look, Sarah Bassett says she knows us both. Happy birthday, Sarah! It's her birthday today, and this is exactly what I would be doing on my birthday, is watching me. That's what I would be doing. Hey, listen, everybody. What we're doing today is I have 10 questions, just generally speaking, and if you have an opinion on this is interactive. So we watch your comments. Look, my mom says hi, Sarah. See?
Hi, Mom.
And I don't know what Sarah meant with Sarah, find your turn. Maybe it's to dance. I think that's what it was. Sorry. I think you missed it. Yep, there you go.
I'm doing the worm in my mind. I'm doing the worm.
So if you have an opinion on any of the things we're talking about, throw it in there, and we will absolutely address it as long as it's appropriate. Keep it appropriate, kids.
Or ignore it.
Man.
I mean, we could totally ignore it too. So
that is true. That is, yeah. Like, for example, I'm going to ignore Ian after this comment. It says, Marcus, I'm actually awake for your show. Hi.
Oh.
Yay! I'm glad you're here, Ian. Yeah, he's in the UK, so there's some time stuff. So, well, thanks for staying up, buddy. So, hey, if any of you have like a comment that really is awesome and blows me away, I've got some swag to give away. I do. This is the first time. I mean, since I don't know how much better this can get. I have Sarah and I have swag. What else do you want? All right, so we're gonna jump right into this. What was your very first Christian concert, Sarah?
It was the Boomin' Beyond Measure tour with Jeremy Camp and Toby Mac. circa 2008, and Matthew West was the opener. And I don't want to say nobody knew who he was, but this was right before the Motions hit and got big, and everyone's just like, "Oh, who's this guy?" So yeah, that was the first one.
What was it called?
The Boomin' Beyond Measure tour.
Boomin' Beyond Measure. That's awesome.
Doing that mashup.
Those of you watching, I want to hear what yours was too. Mine, this dates me for sure. It was Jeff Moore and the Distance, the Home Run Tour. And yeah, Home Run Tour. And I don't remember any of the songs except Home Run, which was the title track. But yeah, it was, I remember thinking, I've never seen anything like this. I grew up like with hymns and stuff. So it was sort of like, oh, this is the Jesus
this rock
music.
and roll music.
This rock and roll is not from the devil. It was great. Oh look, lots of Sarah fans in the house today. See Caitlin,
Aw.
two of my favorite
Hi,
humans.
Caitlin.
Liz is here talking about Baby West. Oh, Liz's first concert was Mercy Me. I'm so basic it hurts me. Oh, which tour was it though? Was it like I Can Only Imagine? Like when was it? I don't know. Was it like Move or whatever? Shake? I don't know. Dylan says Big Tent Revival Open All Night Tour. I'm not familiar with that one. Do you remember Festival Con Dios? Did you go to that?
No,
Back
I've
in the
heard
day?
about it though.
Oh yeah.
I would have gone
Yeah.
to the Benjamin Gate. I would have gone in a heartbeat.
That was the one and only time I saw them. It's true. Ian says mine
I'm
was
so jealous.
Worldwide Message Tribe. Made me fall in love with Christian music. A lot of people love them some Worldwide message. Why am I saying message? Message Tribe.
I love the Message Bible.
The message. Suzanne says Randy Stonehill in like 1987, Devo's Hall, Grand Rapids,
Dang.
Michigan, and Stryper played there a few days before or after. Well, it looks like you missed Stryper being your very first concert, which I'm sure some people, but that's okay. Randy Stonehill, solid choice. Sarah says Casting Crowns of Building 429 as the opener. Oh, Liz said it was the Undone tour. There you go. Hey, look at all this. Thanks for participating. It's amazing. I would say that my very first concert ever, I was like, my mom's here. She can vouch for this. It was Billy Joel, and I was like way too young to probably justify the cost of the ticket. And I don't remember it at all. But I went. I get
You
to
saw
say
Billy
that.
Joel. You can at least say that.
I've seen Billy Joel in concert. That is the truth. All right. So then we'll go from first concert ever to best concert ever. So what is the best concert ever that you have seen ever?
Gosh, that's hard. Well, I saw, it wasn't last year because they were on hiatus, but Switchfoot over at, gosh, what is the name of it? Some amphitheater they just built over in Nashville. I can't remember the name of it. But that was, and Lifehouse was with them. That was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Oh, that'd
Such
be
a good
an
show.
incredible show. I mean, Switchfoot
It was.
has always been in my top three. Like I saw them at
Yeah.
I think it was Creation West or East, one of them years ago, and yeah, their live show. I think it was the first time I saw them bust out the big "Where I Belong" flag. You know, when they were at their
Yes.
most cinematic ever, and it was pretty amazing. But to see them with Lifehouse, like I saw Lifehouse right when they came out. They were opening for Everclear when I was in college, and I didn't know really anything about them. And I remember being in the back of the arena, and they were doing the song "Sick Cycle Carousel" from the first
I
album.
love that
And-
song.
Oh, it's so good. And I was just like everything stopped, you know, it was just like,
Hmm.
yeah, it was like that moment in The Greatest Showman, the never enough, you know, you're just like,
The tunnel vision.
exactly. Oh, look, John says my first concert was Carmen in one of his big arena tours. Whoa. Can you imagine? Have all concerts since then, John, been kind of a letdown? You know, once you start with Carmen, I kind of feel like the bar is set way up here. I just don't know how you can follow that. Oh, there you go. Joan said the same thing. Carmen in the 90s. Suzanne, ooh, hard. Stryper Goddamn Evil Tour. Sorry, that's what it's called. Think about it. 4 times this year. What? That was your first concert? Or was that? Oh, that was your best concert. Got it. And people are answering the right question now. Carmen in the 90s, best concert ever. Got it. So Stryper 4 times this year, and I will also say Trans-Siberian Orchestra this Sunday. Ooh, a prophetic call there. Okay, nice.
They're on my concert bucket list. I need to see them.
Oh, I know. I am not independently wealthy to attend. Tickets are. Yep. Ian says best concert, 3-way tie between TFK and a sweaty underground London bar, or any LZ7 show, or the Bandwidth No Name show. These must all be British things. They all play music on the left side of the stage.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is okay. Cool.
And drink tea while they perform. They drink tea.
Yeah. So I would say my favorite would either be Switchfoot, or I saw the Rocket Summer, Bryce Avery, in a little, just a tiny little bar club in Boise here, and he was doing like his looper pedal stuff. He was just like singing his heart out as if it were a humongous arena, but it was so intimate. And if you guys don't know, Bryce Avery, the Rocket Summer is what he goes by. He's, total believer, total amazing dude who is such a light out there in the music world, and is a positive force, and that just glows off of him. It's so good. And the music's amazing too. What might be the most cleverest thing Marcus has ever said, Ian? I feel like you giving me compliments, it needs to be a little bit more blown up. So you're going to have to explain yourself. Okay, question 3. Oh, sorry, Suzanne. You need to go see TSO, Roddy Chong, Joel Hextra, Chris Caffey, 3 of the best, coolest musicians. I've never heard any of those names. You are absolutely cooler than I am. Do you know those names?
Never heard of them.
No, me neither. All right, next question. And this is CCM related this year. Who has had the best year in Christian music? Who would you say?
I think it's hard to beat for King and Country, honestly.
That album is so good. That's a good answer. That is a good answer. Man, and we waited forever for it, right?
Yeah.
Was it 3 years? Something like that?
Yeah, last one was 2014, so it's been a while.
Yeah, no, it has been a while, and everything they do is amazing, and they're doing, their tours are bigger, and I feel like they're stealing people from other bands now. Teddy Bolt, and they
are a family force for King and Country.
FK, and C.
Yes,
I would say the best year. Oh, look, Caitlin agrees with you. See, for King Country.
Yay!
There you go. Kelly says Zach Williams. That's fair. He won a ton of awards this year. Oh, Ian thought the clever thing was the performing on the left side of the stage. Thank you. I'm pretty proud of that. And then there you go, for King and Country, definitely, Suzanne said. So everyone agrees with you. I would say I will be a contrarian voice in this and say it's Newsboys.
That's fair. They've had a pretty good year.
Newsboys has had the best year that they've had in a long time, and it's because they brought back their dudes, and I'm all about it. Peter and Phil Joel doing their thing, being did you get to see United?
Yeah, earlier in the year. It was so much. That was the most fun I've had in a Newsboys show in years. So
absolutely good. My favorite concert of the year that I've been to. It was like, I don't know, man. It turned me into like 16-year-old me, which isn't hard to do. If any of you who know me, that doesn't take a lot of effort. But jumping around, my kids are there with me, and they know some of the new Newsboys stuff, and they're just sort of looking up at me at the old stuff, like, what is this? But
why are they throwing cereal everywhere?
It's for everybody. And that's what I love about it. But their tour started out as this experiment, and it snowballed into taking over the whole year. And then now they're doing an album as Newsboys United. It's crazy. Suzanne, yes, she said they're playing at Grand Rapids tomorrow. You should go. Absolutely go.
Go. It's so
seriously. If you liked anything they did before, you're going to want to do that. You do not want to miss it. Hey, those of you watching, if you haven't done it already, hit the share button. Invite some more people that would love to get in on the conversation. And look, best comment gets some swag. I got some swag for you guys. So, all right, next question. What style, wait, I'm typing it as I say it. What style of music is poised to grow in 2019? So, I mean, sort of within
Ooh.
Christian music, right? Like we've had years where it was like EDM everything and chipmunk chirps and all these things, and then it was like an explosion of worship. Some people are sniffing at rock again. Like hip hop continues to blow up. What do you think is poised to grow the most?
Well, aside from worship, one of the trends I noticed this year in mainstream music was a lot of like the emo punk bands from, a decade ago suddenly turned to not techno, but a lot of electronic elements. I'm wondering if we're going to see a lot of that in Christian music this next year. Like pop, what you call it.
Okay, yeah. And as long as they keep the chipmunk chirp out, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm talking about? Like that Bieber introduced, and it's like everywhere. Like,
yes.
Stop. I think they kind of chilled out on it this year, and that's good. Stay with that.
Every other song I felt like for a while had it.
I know, really too many. I don't know what my mom just said no for, but Suzanne says style needs to be some more rock, but I'm thinking more rock country. Rock country. Are you thinking like a who's the dude? Not Zach Williams. Well, yeah, Zach Williams would be a good example, but who's the other one? The something band. What's his name? It's a dude's name, and it's like a southern rock country style. I can't think of it. You guys are going to have to help me out. You guys will all know who it is. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it's gone. All right, look, there's a lot of love for rock right now. Ian's saying rock is making a comeback, especially through Rockfest Records. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure our friend Mary, who's been on this show before, would agree with that too. Rockfest, of course, we've had Joe Rowe on this show. That rhymed, so I gotta go. And Joe Rowe's been here. Yeah. And he has, he's talked about really building his team and his roster, and he's got, production is amazing now. People like Zana, who's been on here, like that is a great record. Even what Jen Ledger is doing, and Fight the Fury, which is the Skillet side project. It's all over the place. Chris agrees. It's rock. There you go. I can't say. I think it's Olusegun. Is that right, Tony? He says no autotune. That's a great trend. So basically, he's saying that in 2019, the style of music most poised to grow will be no autotune. Zach Brown Band, no, and Chris Stapleton, no. It's a Christian artist, and I forgot his name. And he was on. I think he was on tour with you once.
Rhett Walker.
Yes, Rhett Walker. That's it. Yep.
See, that's what I thought you were like. I was like, but are they even still a thing? So I'm like, I'm just not going to say it. But yeah, Rhett Walker.
They kind of are still a thing. Like I've seen singles trickle out here and there. Okay. Mac Powell. Kelly thinks poised to grow in 2019 is just straight up Mac Powell. I like that. As a genre, the Mac Powell genre is growing. No, I think that was his guess or her guess.
I can't. I was going to say though, I can't wait for Skillet to go Mac Powell.
Oh man, I know. As soon as they really embrace the Mac Powell that's been within them, it's gonna be fantastic.
So good.
All right, so I believe that that hip hop's gonna continue to grow in 2019. I think you're seeing it with even Word Records with their 4 Against 5. They've been collecting artists. Even Reach continues to grow. You're seeing, you're seeing even like Centricity add a hip hop artist to their roster. Mm-hmm. Like it's continuing to snowball, and you're seeing Rockfest Records even bringing their first rapper onto their roster. So I think it's gonna continue to grow. I would if I had to say what I want it to be. I want it to be rock. I want rock to make a strong comeback, but I think it's still gonna be hip hop. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be Mac Powell. I hope it is. I hope it's Mac Powell.
Mac Powell Rock Fusion.
Mac Powell Rock Infusion. Mm-hmm. All right. Next question is what? Oh nope, that's the one I just asked. Best Christmas album ever. Okay, I want
Ooh.
you all to weigh in on the best Christmas album ever. All right, I'm gonna give you guys now, and I need those of you typing stuff in right now. Make a good case. I need to know why. Don't just tell me. Tell me why, so I can give you some swag. I don't know why that makes me laugh every time. I would say my favorite Christmas album, and this, I think I've told you this. This might not be a surprise to you. Is Seabirds, Over the Hills and Everywhere.
Mhm.
That came out in 2006, 7, 8, somewhere around there. And basically, what they did was they took all the Christmas songs and they wiped all the music out of it and just kept the lyrics and rewrote every one of the songs. So, like, you know the words already because you know the songs, but the melodies are completely different. Even like Silent Night is like an up-tempo song. It's really weird.
Mhm.
But I love it because it keeps what you love about the beautiful words of these old Christmas carols and totally like remixes, just makes them something
Mhm.
completely new. I love it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Chris says August Burns Red Christmas album. These guys have
Ooh.
they've really established themselves as like a Christmas band. Surprisingly, they just released something. What was it? The Home Alone theme. Somebody sent me the
Mhm.
other day. The home, like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! It's amazing. Caitlin says best Christmas album definitely belongs to Jason Gray. I don't know if I've heard it. What is it? I don't know. I haven't heard it.
It's
Have you
good.
heard it?
I've heard it before. It's good.
Oh, good. Ian says Reliant K's Christmas EP. What? There it is. Deck the halls, not your fist or whatever. So creative. Yeah, very good. And I think another good one is the Family Force 5 Christmas Pageant. That would be a
love
close
that
second
album.
for me. So good.
I would say it's a guilty pleasure Christmas album, but it's really not a guilty pleasure. I just really like that album.
Yep, absolutely. And what would you say your favorite is?
See, I'm twofold answer. I'm super basic, and Michael Bublé's Christmas album is my favorite. But
Ooh,
the reason
yeah.
for that is because it's basically just covering like melodically and everything that Bing Crosby did.
Yeah. Yeah.
As far as Christian music goes, though, I remember when Barlow Girls' Christmas album came out. I was obsessed with it for years, and I still listen to it every season. It's so
that's
good.
a good one. Well, if we're
It's just a
talking
classic.
outside, if you want some good early mid 2000s alternative rock, balladry for your Christmas album, yes, go for it. I need to pop that one back in. Let's see, some more love for Reliant K. Let It Snow Baby, Let It Rain Dear. Great name. But if we're talking outside of Christian music, I will always listen to Harry Connick Jr.'s 2 albums for the same reason you listen to Michael Bublé's. Like, they're just it's like you're drinking hot chocolate.
It's like you're drinking hot chocolate and wearing a sweater. It's so comforting.
And like juggling chestnuts. It's great. New
Over
Kids on
fire.
the Block. All the warmth. New Kids on the Block. Christmas got it for Christmas one year on tape. Oh man. New Kids on the Block Christmas. I love the NSYNC Christmas album. There we go. Somebody finally said what I thought was what someone was going to say, which is Amy Grant. Like, so many people say that Amy Grant's is like, whether or not you're a Christian music fan or not, people say hers is like one of the best ever. And I have to admit, I haven't spent a lot of time in that album, and I feel ashamed for it, as I should. But
Which one though? She has a couple of them.
Well, that's true. If you've been around as long as she has, you're going to run into several Christmas albums. I think it's her first one. I could be wrong. Correct me, everybody, if you guys have a certain Amy Grant Christmas album in mind. Which is the one I need to listen to first? Put it in the comments.
I think her second one had Breath of Heaven on it, so maybe that's the one.
Oh, yeah. She wrote that. I thought it was Point of Grace all this time. Or Sandy Patty or something.
Sandy Point of Grace.
Sandy Pog. My favorite will always be Stephen Curtis Chapman and Amy Grant, Tammy said. There you go. And I didn't know Jackie Velasquez had a Christmas album. Of course they did. Of course. If you've been around more than 5 minutes, you're going to have a Christmas album.
It's true.
All right. So next question is, if you could have any artist we go. I'm typing it. Any artist redo any of their albums. Whoops, I spelled albums like ablooms. Albums.
Ablooms.
Which would you want and why?
I
I
have
know.
to think about that one.
Yeah. What immediately comes to mind for me is I would like to hear DC Talk redo Free at Free at Last. Yeah, Free at Last, like with current technology, production, and where they've come as artists since then. I would love to hear that. Free at Last. Also, Toby Mac to redo Momentum. Like, that would be interesting to hear, like, in his style now, going back to Limp Bizkit style Toby Mac from 2001 and going, okay, settle down. You know, here's where I landed stylistically. Yes. Let's redo this. Yeah, you got one yet? What do you think?
No, not yet. I'm still thinking. This is a hard one.
Okay. No, this is good. Some more about the Christmas album. There you go. Best Christian Christmas album is A Soulful Celebration. Handel's Messiah in soul form. So good. Yes, I actually sang that in college with a choir that like did that. Yeah, they basically like gospeled up Handel's Messiah. It's pretty cool. Okay, one that they want to see redone. Suzanne said, Stryper, In God We Trust, way too popish, need it heavier. Turn it up. And Sarah agrees, Toby Mac Momentum would be a good one to redo. Ian says, I'd love to hear KJ52 read his 5.2 television album. Read? You mean redo? Or you just want him to read it? I think it would be great if he just read it.
It's an album reading.
Just read the lyrics. I think it'd be great.
Okay, I have one. I just thought of one.
Okay, cool.
Newsboys Going Public. Just because it's such a good album, but it's so dated. So I want to hear it updated.
Oh, so would you have it updated with that band or with United or with Tate? Like, who would you have remake it?
I think I would still want that band, if not Furler, just because I feel like it would be a very different album with Tate on the lead.
Yeah, I bet it would be really good.
I think it would.
Like, I mean, United would be cool, but it would probably be still a little bit too close to the original. But yeah, no, that'd be pretty sweet. Wait, whoa, I'm not going to the next question yet. Olu Segun said Rachel Lampa should redo Kaleidoscope Love. Yes, man,
that is a good
awesome.
album.
I mean, she's like, I don't know that her voice, like she was amazing then, she'd be amazing now. It would have to all be in the production, I think. Mm-hmm. And which, yeah, get some Francesca techno.
Oh,
I'm listening, Kelly. What'd you have in mind with Franny and techno?
Like Kylie Minogue, Francesca techno, because I could see that actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Like it's called Mom at the Club music.
Mom's night out.
Yep. I lost my keys. That'd be awesome.
Chipmunk noises.
Yeah. Oh man, yes. Franny and the Chipmunks. That'd be awesome. Chris says Skillet Alien Youth. It's such a great album, and with new members. I completely agree with that. Like they've come full circle, like where they're bringing some electronic things back. You know, now that the string players aren't really there, they're sort of back in the electronic thing. Man, Alien Youth would be amazing redone right now. Like it was before its time as far as, you know, what they were doing with rock and
I agree,
synth stuff, and they're so much better at it now. There it is again. Get some Francesca techno. I just think her voice would work it. I don't disagree with you. Yeah, Kylie Minogue style. I think you're right. I think you're onto something, Sarah.
Call me.
Call me. All right, favorite album of this year.
I think that's going to go again to For King and Country. It's just such a good album. I mean, I had it on repeat for a good 3 to 4 weeks when it came out.
Yeah, no, that is a solid choice. Can we count 21 Pilots in this? Because I would.
That's fair. Would.
I'd say definitely my top 5 is for King and Country, 21 Pilots, and the one I had written down here. Oh, well, I have 2 written down. Iron Bell Music, Glory to Glory. We had Iron Bell on here a few weeks back, and their album Glory to Glory is like so good. They just continue to write these songs that just rip your heart out, stomp on it, put it back in, heal it, and all the above. Amen. So good. Let's see. And then I had Matthew Parker's Daydreamer. I'm a big Matthew Parker fan. Love where he's going with his music, like in this pop realm. And I think that's 4. I don't know what my 5th one would be. You guys tell me. The Protest Legacy, Ian says. There you go. A nice little soft album there for you. A little hard rock. And then Suzanne says, for King Country, I'm friends with their old tour manager. Why'd they get rid of him? What'd they do? What happened? What's the story?
Tea time.
That's really cool. Tea time. Matthew Parker is a legit genius. I completely agree, Ian, and thank you for saying so. And he also said, I'd love Decipher Down to redo Crash with modern day type production. Yeah, I think that's the thing is like, it's not that the original albums were bad. It's that technology is so much better now that you can, it'll shine way more. Blanca Shattered is Zachariah's album that he's loved this year. That's a good one. Yeah, she did a great job. And that was, I think that showed that she is not just a pop artist, but she's got something to say, it's really good. All right. Band.
Are we counting? I have to say though, real quick, are we adding singles into this too, or is that another thing?
I mean, it's not another thing, but I would love to hear your favorite single.
Oh, Native Tongue, Switchfoot.
Ooh,
so good.
Yeah. Man, they can't do anything bad. They've probably tried. They probably tried with this one. They're like, guys, we're all on vacation.
We're just gonna make a really bad album.
And then, we think it's the greatest thing ever. Yeah, that's a good song. I can't think of a single though. Can't. You're more prepared. Okay, so this was a big year where Newsboys United got back together. Avalon's they never really stopped, but they brought in Jody's back in the group, and they're sort of rebooting all of what they do there. Who would you like to see? What band would you like to see reunite in 2019? Who else can we get together?
Well, as I mentioned before, I'm a huge Benjamin Gate fan. Can we please get them back, just solely for the fact that I never got to see them?
Please. Haiti, please. Haiti can't. Jeremy can't. Your wife. Tell her. You've raised so many kids. You need to just get on the road and rock out again. Please. You can even wear your gas mask if you want to. Do all the weird, creepy things.
Elmer's glue and orange, the orange hair. Go for it. I'm all for it.
I still listen to the Benjamin Gate, especially the Contact album.
I love that album. It's so good.
All the time. Suzanne says reunite Guardian. All right, that's a good one. Sent by Ravens and This Beautiful Republic need to reunite. My voice is messed up. Hold on. Is it less messed up?
Yeah, you don't sound like an alien anymore.
Oh, I forgot to warn you. Usually before we go live, I say, hey, my microphone might poop out on me, and let me know if it does. Whoops. Sorry, everybody. It's better now. Just hoping you all listening. Audio, better. Great. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for that. I rely on you. And I'm sure the podcast is going to sound amazing with that. I would I would always want to see I would love to see the real Audio Adrenaline get back together, but I know that's never going to happen for obvious reasons. Like Mark Stewart's voice, for those of you who don't know, is irreparably damaged at this time, and so I would like to see 2.0 get back together. Can we just have K-Max doing his thing again? We didn't fully get to really enjoy that the way that we should have. And get Will
gone too soon.
Yes, too soon. And get Will back on bass. Get the one dude, Jason Walker, singing playing the keys and doing the background vocals. Can we just do that one more time? more, one more. And then, of course, DC Talk, right? Everyone's got to say
Always.
that.
I feel like you're obligated to say DC Talk no matter what.
You got to. You just got to phone that in. Of course, they are getting together on the Jesus Freak Cruise Part 2. And we're going to, I don't know. Is more happening? Is Tate getting ready to hand over the band for a little bit to the two other United dudes while he goes and DC Talks for a little bit? One can only speculate. Oh, Ian said, how did I not say Stellar Cart? I agree. Adam's doing some good stuff, Adam Agee, but we want to see him come back with all of his new experiences and make Stellar Cart what it was always meant to be. A-level Stellar Cart. And what happened to the girl that used to sing with him? Where'd she go? I don't know. Her name was Allie. I remember that. And they sang A Whole New World. Did you ever hear that?
I did. I was about to say, didn't they do like a Disney song?
Yeah, they did like a Disney EP.
Oh, so good.
Did they do Frozen? If not, it's not too late.
They need to come back and do it.
Apparently Frozen's a musical on Broadway now. Did you know this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just heard about this, yes.
Yeah, well, if it's on Broadway, it needs to be a Stellar Cart song. Okay, so for those of you guys, yep, there you go. Casey wants This Beautiful Republic to come back as well. If you have any other thoughts on that, type them. I'm going to get on to 2 more questions. Going back to the Christmas topic here. What makes a good or bad Christmas album? I'm going to start with what makes a bad Christmas album.
Okay.
A bad Christmas album is one that is just phoned in, like super cheesy instrumentals, and they're just covering like the dumb loungy songs, like Have a Holly Jolly Christmas and Silver Bells. Ugh. Like, why do I need to listen to you singing Silver Bells? Thank you. Why? That's my soapbox. What about you?
I think phoning it in, but in a different way, just in a way where you can do those classic type of songs, but if you don't do anything to innovate them and you don't make them your own or make them interesting, I don't see the point in it.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Or, of course, you've got to have that one song that you write just for the album, or you've got to have that Christmas song where you write a new chorus and do your own thing there. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I think that's also what makes a good album. Is when you sort of reimagine a song and it goes well. So I would say what makes a really good one though is like when you can tell they've put artistic energy into it. Like we're like, wow, they really gave as much consideration to this as they would a full normal album.
Yeah.
Chris says good Christmas album is when you can sing along with it. Well, that's a good measure. Like, but I also like Sufjan Stevens, and he has like the craziest weird like 64 song anthology Christmas thing called Silver and Gold. Mm-hmm. And you can't sing along to any of it, but it's really fun to listen to if you're in a weird mood. Do you have a weird one you like a weird Christmas album?
Other than Family Force 5? No, not really. But I mean, I even think that's a good example of a good album, though, again, where you're doing these classic songs, but you're putting your own spin on them. And I think you could tell when the artist is having fun with it. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's true. And then George here says, did you guys hear that Max and Tate are coming out with a Christmas song for 2019? They said they want to come out with a Christmas album, so that might be our weird one next year. Or it might be amazing. And then everyone's like, why wasn't Toby on it? That's what everyone will be. Maybe if the two of you are getting together to do this, just ask the third guy and make this happen. We can't have this 2/3 garbage. Okay? Just telling you. But we'll take it.
It's the DC and not the talk. We're just getting the DC.
Just the DC. And then finally, what big dream, what's on your wish list for something you would like to see for what you'd like to see in Christian music in 2019? Something you'd like.
It's another one I'd have to think about. I mean, I feel like this is kind of a pipe dream, but I would love to see the comeback of the festival. I feel like that's just an experience that's dead and needs to come back because it was so special when it was in its heyday.
Or they've just got to figure out what it needs to look like,
Exactly.
Like the Outcry tour is so huge and so awesome that people are going to it like crazy. So it's like people maybe want like a worship festival thing. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I think for me it would be. I love what happened with like. Listen, I'm not going to say Snoop Dogg is. I'm not going to say one thing about him one way or the other. But the truth is, he got like legitimate Jesus proclaiming gospel music into the ears of millions of people this year. Like that's a big deal. No matter how you look at it, no matter what the messenger there is, that's pretty incredible. Then also you had I think it was this year that Nicki Minaj was on a gospel album or gospel song with Tasha Cobbs. Then all of her fans getting exposed to this, gospel music. And then Tori Kelly releases a gospel album of her own. Like I think it's cool to see sort of that interplay between like gospel music and drawing in like a whole new audience. I think that's cool. I want to see more of that in other genres this year.
And it's not like a hard line between mainstream and Christian either. It was just, again, there was no line there. That's what made it so interesting and so cool to see.
That's why I like it. And so the Bieber worship album and the Selena Gomez worship album, that's on my wish list. There you go. That'll change the world. Where have you been, Biebs? You haven't released anything in a while. It's time for that worship album, man. You want to. He's watching because he watches this show all the time. I don't know.
Shout out to Biebs.
Biebs. More artists. Oh, there you go. More artists like Avril Lavigne to make Christian songs. Yeah. I mean, her song, was it Don't Let Me Drown, Head Above Water, whatever it's called. Yeah, great song. Katie's wish list is to see Collington and Cloverton on the show. Okay, I will get Cloverton, Katie. I'm going to make it my mission. And then finally, Suzanne says, resurgence of rock, secular rock clubs welcoming Christian music, groups to play Christian rock clubs coming around again. There you go. And please have, Head Above Water. Thank you. Please have more mainstream artists do Christian songs. Yeah, I think it's cool when those lines are erased, because guess what? Everywhere else in the world, that's the way it is. There's no line. All right. Well, that's what I've got. Thank you, everybody, for your comments. I'm going to pick some people to win some swag, and I will contact you. So be watching your Facebook Messenger, okay? I will be reaching out shortly. And Sarah, thanks for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
We've got to do this again because it was fun and people seemed to enjoy it, and they were commenting like crazy. So it's like this is the best reunion ever.
It really is. Next time, though, we have to do 100 questions, and we'll do it rapid fire.
Ooh, even better. Awesome. All right, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you guys on Tuesday. All right. Hey, if you want to view this or the other episodes, you can go to ccmmagazine.com, click the Live with Marcus tab, or go over to iTunes and search for CCM Magazine. The audio is there. All right. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.